I think I messed up. I always thought that borrowing money was something you did only when you were in a tight spot, like an emergency. You know, when you have no other options left. But it turns out, that's not how it works for everyone. I thought borrowing money was just for emergencies, but governments, they borrow money all the time and not just for emergencies. It's like a regular part of their financial strategy. Turns out, governments do it all the time. They borrow money for a variety of reasons, and it's not always because they're in a financial crisis. Sometimes it's just to keep things running smoothly. Here's the scoop. Governments around the world are racking up debt like it's Black Friday every day. They are constantly borrowing to fund various projects and initiatives. It's almost like they have an endless shopping list. Why? Well, a big reason is economic shocks. Think the 2008 financial crisis, COVID-19, and of course, those pesky geopolitical conflicts. These events can cause massive disruptions, and governments need to step in to stabilize the situation. These crises force governments to step in as the ultimate safety net, spending big to keep things stable. But that's not all. They also borrow to invest in long-term projects that are supposed to benefit the economy in the future. Funding public services and infrastructure like schools, hospitals, and roads also requires a ton of cash. These are essential services that everyone relies on, and they don't come cheap. And let's be real, cutting spending or increasing taxes to manage debt isn't exactly a vote winner. Politicians have to think about their popularity and re-election chances, so they often avoid making tough financial decisions. Politicians prefer to keep borrowing rather than risk their popularity. It's easier to push the problem down the road than to deal with it head-on. This way they can keep their approval ratings high and avoid public backlash. Here's the kicker. With rising inflation and interest rates post-COVID, the cost of servicing this debt is soaring. What was once manageable is now becoming a significant burden on national budgets. Some countries are now spending more on debt interest than on their entire military. Imagine that. More money going to pay off debt than to fund national defense. It's a staggering thought. It's a vicious cycle, borrowing more to pay off existing debt. This cycle can be incredibly hard to break, and it often leads to even more borrowing in the future. So, next time you hear about government debt, remember it's a mix of crisis management, political juggling, and the endless quest for public spending. Crazy, right? It's a complex issue with no easy solutions. Stay informed, folks. Understanding the reasons behind government debt can help you make sense of the news and the decisions that affect us all.